Everyone, we're here on the Northstar doing my first and probably last round trip to Big Lake.
I think it really speaks to you have to meet the moment with what type of service you provide. Like,
Feel free to say anything in the chat if you guys want to.
at the same time, we have the Borealis service running from St. Paul to Chicago with stops, even intermediate stops, getting more ridership.
I'm here with my friend Damien. He's there too. Yeah.
People want transportation that works for them and isn't like just for the work commute or just oriented to like park somewhere and go into. They like I think people want service that connects them to the communities throughout the state. Yeah, I mean that's fair too. But I'm even thinking like, yeah, do a lot of people want to go elsewhere? Maybe not, but I think that there would have been a few more people that might have went had it stopped in downtown Outriver rather than a parking lot 2 miles south of Outriver. And I mean, if you go further up north, up to say, like if you take the train right all the way to Fargo, I mean, granted I'm a little bit biased, I have a lot of family in Medina, but I would happily take a train up to Medina, visit family, hit up a few restaurants there, rather than have to go drive.
Right.
But I mean, I'd like to stop downtown.
You could do that.
No, Staples is Detroit.
No, and it was
Staples
like
is
something
like,
just
and
like
it's middle of it.
like it's not something.
Yeah, unfortunately. I mean, my dream would be like having a lot of this journey to more regional instead of it being like the commuter stuff, like get people to like all the different people wanting to get to the booth, which I think would be really cool. I personally have more connections to up to Fargo, being able like we can go to Medina or Pahrump or
This is the Mississippi River.
that'd be really useful for me personally. Yep. I've got one more week, but quite frankly, I am out of town next week, so we'll not be here for the last ride.
Get a good view like this.
A little bit nostalgic. A little bit sad they were never able to restore weekend service really ever after 2020. Like, I would ride along the weekends. I mean, partially just as a transit nerd, partially to see something different, and partially like back before I moved down here as connectivity. I'm also kind of wondering like how many people are come spring, especially from Minnesota, are gonna expect there to be a train in Big Lake to take them to the swing station, and it's just not there anymore. I think that's what it is. Yep, there are going to replace, I think.
I'm sure those living in those areas are probably going to miss seeing this train after January 4th.
Because it's that all day, every day that I think really makes transit thrive. I think commuter-oriented service, quite frankly, is just really difficult to really make, especially high capacity. Commuter-oriented service is really hard to stabilize, I think. So I wish we had more than just those two choices, but I understand why Metro Train is doing what they're doing, and I think it will be a better use to have that than to, if they can't get the train running more than what they have today. I don't blame them for taking the buses.
Who's the head of this service should be
Yeah. Yeah, I can't speak to any of the politics. I haven't followed enough to know how much of it is.
Now we're in the area where it's between north and northeast of Minneapolis.
I think even if you had 6 days a week, or if you had 6 trains a day, unless they were able to spread them out throughout the day, I don't think it would have been too much more successful. I think the big thing you needed is spread out throughout the day and really stay crowded to really be successful.
Okay, thanks. Thanks for letting me come along.
You're welcome. Yeah.
Anyone else have to get
To be perfectly honest, I'm not sure how many people there. I mean, I
It's
did
graffiti.
some of the other street people, but I don't know how much they've really written service. So maybe it's, I mean, I wish I could be better at giving introductions, but I think yeah, let me see if let me see if he is. Yeah, right.
Yeah, like that'd be cool to do that.
Wait, what's the Chicago?
They like deck it out, the outside look like, the inside look like.
Never come back to Minneapolis.
I'm gonna.
Oh, it's like a running train.
Yeah, it's a running train.
Did you know? Have you seen? Did you know if Ingata was gonna make this?
Yeah.
Do you know where he is?
Nope.
Okay.
Maybe upstairs, maybe in the next one.
Okay. I can introduce you to Ingata. He's done a lot of the writing.
I feel like this is the part where things speed up, I guess.
Jeff said the interview he was doing in the chairs was the third interview he's done in the last 4 days.
Yeah, I read the NPR article on the way here.
Oh, it was already out.
Yeah, I saw that earlier. I was like, what?
Look at these other locomotives.
So they're gonna run the bus that does the same, more or less, a little more frequency than the current train. Does it match the frequency pre-COVID of the train? You know?
It sounds like it's
Yeah.
Well, more frequent than the current train, but does it match the frequency of the train pre-COVID?
that was also
The disconnect feeling.
Yeah. Yeah, I know it's more spread out.
Maybe we'll replace this with the
Whale and siren.
Did they lose a lot of the
crazy blowout like
they never
election. You never know.
did they just be like, no one's writing this, they keep cutting shifts.
Yeah, I think it was low ridership, which is a downward spiral. Cut it more and the more people ride.
Right. Like, yeah.
I'll show you the other side so all of you guys could see what the inside of this train looks like versus all the other locomotives that you see out there.
Throughout the day. And frequency on the weekends where people will ride it for not
or going to vote
Ridership was a lot.
talk about like, oh, there's people taking pictures of this. I've taken photos of that. Even holding
Show you more of the inside.
oh, that's fine. Yeah, no, it would have been bad to take the Northstar. I mean, it's like I would have had to be like, schedules are it's the wrong
Where I'm from, like, sure the train station has one part, like parking lots on one side, and the other side is the downtown. You get off, and there's the downtown that you can walk straight into it, you know? Like, that's pretty typical in New Jersey, the way I see it. Like, most train stations aren't surrounded on both sides by parking lots, just one side. It's so frustrating. I was at 15th France the other day, and he left all the intersections. Like, all we got was this, you know, grades and break rail. Night and day. You can't put it up in the sky because that kills the Instagrammability of 15th France. Some people think that. I wouldn't think that, but others would. I think so, but you get haters, you know. No, but for they had a subway at 15th in France. Everyone was like, honestly, it's super popular. But like, I've been on the Green Line stations. You know, my friend lives in Minneapolis, right here. What's it called? Then like the Laurel Boulevard. And that station had nothing. Nothing on the Mexican Valley station. It's got the Impala on one side and yeah.
Baldwin.
No, yeah. It's on like a really, it's on the top of an easily steep bridge. So like even hiking to it, especially if you're going from North Minneapolis, it's a huge hassle. And from North Minneapolis,
Look at all these RVs.
it's actually within a bike shed. It's insane. So like,
Oh, I know this highway. And there's Top Golf. I went to Top Golf with Damien the other day.
This is Ridley. This is our first scheduled stop.
I think so.
It looks like we're about to arrive at the Fridley station. Here it is.
Yeah, there was one time, because I was always experimenting with different ways to my job in Fridley. And one of the times, Google was like, yeah.
They're the go-to readers, ticket vending machines. Similar to what you see at the Blue Line and Green Line stations, except this being commuter rail, of course. Coon Rapids Station is the next stop. I'm gonna look up the Northstar map on my iPad.
You're doing the reverse.
My theory is that the intersections a lot of crossings are created by like the state and the county, and they just go like, yeah. subway. Second, the need for express local service. No, I didn't get this. The Gold Line extension for express service. The Gold Line extension is at the same time on train. Realistically, yeah. I agree.
There's a Federal Signal 2001 siren. I just spotted out there. I honestly didn't think I would ride a locomotive today. Wow, look at all this nature area. I feel like I've passed by these areas before.
No shocker, floor plate opposites aren't natural like we see them, so you also
By the way, you'll be seeing a bunch of those locomotives by the time the Green Line extension opens.
tens of thousands of
That's
people
right.
like even in this
have, again, probably not a lot of people on board. You don't have the money, you know, hard enough to keep the lights on, right? It's awful. I guess he's trying to publish articles on it, like letter to the other publish
amazing, but it's a lot better than it is They just redid the they just repaved the
Alright, we're about to arrive at Coon Rapids Station. I feel like I've seen the Coon Rapids Station in person before.
Oh my god.
It's already running, isn't it?
Final call for Coon Rapids. Next stop is Anoka.
Can't get one damn.
I feel foreign, you know, biking in the downtown.
You're not wanting it. You're not prioritized. No.
And that was the final call. And we're off to the next station.
Maybe that would change if NLX got it, you know, but that is so long in the future. I know they can fund it back. There is still funding, right? Still build it.
So it looks like we're about to head to the Anoka station. And after that will be the Ramsey station.
Nothing is happening.
So technically we have 4 more stations. Then we'll be Elk River, then Big Lake.
I guess part of the
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Anoka.
We make it look like you should call it. I don't know much.
opposite stations.
Yeah.
Final call for Anoka. Next stop is Ramsey.
Yeah, I'm fine.
You're fine?
I'm just processing.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Processing what? All the interviews? Are you mourning?
A little bit, yeah.
The
Like,
trees?
just like how many people turned out for this. Like it's like I was very much expecting to do like most of our other like events that we have. Like have like our standard 20 or 30 whatever that are like
Same, kind of the same thing.
yeah.
This is a lot of
Yeah.
picking and interviews.
Okay.
Did you walk up and down the street?
Not yet. I'm gonna do that on the way back so they think that we can get a better count of how many are here. Primarily to ride the train versus are just like commuters. I don't want to accidentally count a commuter as part of our group. Yeah. I mean, I'm a lot of people want to see it, so that's good. I'm hoping to
Look at that open area.
shines well on streets I'm at too, like interviews that we've done, like we're talking, the articles like I mentioned, make us look intelligent. Mainly just like, what is your experience with the Northstar? How do you feel about the Northstar going away? That sort of thing. And I've just kind of been like, it sucks, but I understand why they're doing it, and I wish, I'm like, what would you like to see? And I'm like, honestly, I'd like to see more, like, at the same time this is going away, you have more Alice. It's like, doing great numbers for ridership. I mean, that's what we need more of.
Are they going to be extended west with these trains?
I'd love to see them take something like this, like, and instead of just serving the parking lots, you went up to St. Cloud and ideally all the way up to Fargo. Like, I have family in Medina. I'd love to go up, have lunch with them.
Sorry to interrupt. Well, I was just wondering, like, it's not substantial. You said that the governor is interested in an extension of the Borealis?
Yeah. I mean, I know that all of Oregon, Minnesota's been kind of pushing that for a while now. And I think it'd be really good. I mean, selfishly,
Yeah, there's talks about
Yeah.
it, like official talks.
yeah. I mean, my day job, the headquarters are in Perham. I'd like to see something more up in Perham, Minnesota. So maybe they had to stop there. I mean, that's kind of one of the big lake country places along with where lake stuff. And then, I have family in Medina, and so being able to be like, hey, let's meet up at Boondocks for lunch or something, rather than it feeling like I have to take a 3-hour trek each way. Or I'm just like looking at Highway 10 the entire time. They are. We do. Yeah. Oh, thank you.
All right, looks like we're arriving at the Ramsey station. There's another siren, but it's hard to tell which one it was.
Because I agree with you, it would be a lot smarter to cover like dense urban areas. I live in uptown, sure. That's why we got screwed. We changed that very late in the Obama administration.
Ramsey, Minnesota.
We're overwhelmed just the number of people that have come out. Because like we had planned this like to be a lot like our other
You're stuck with these passes.
like our other like trans events or other event streets. We do them once a month, once every 2 months or something. And usually we have 20 to 30 people that show up. So like when I saw that you guys were probably like, oh, we'll probably get a few more. I was not expecting what seems to be quite a few more.
Final call for Ramsey. Next stop is Elk River. Elk River is our next stop.
Elk River.
The vibes are better.
Yeah, I'm just working on a video about a similar thing, just like
Yep.
people gathering.
Yep.
So I'll actually have you hold that.
Okay.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Wait, and then can I like see your shirt?
Oh, there we go.
Okay, cool. And then now you can have the picture.
Okay.
Could you share like what's going on today?
Well, we're doing a ride for people to experience Northstar. This is part of Streets on That, which is a website focused on journalism about land use and transportation throughout Minnesota. And Northstar is one that kind of is a bit of an intersection of that land use and transportation. I mean, you have both the transportation aspect of it, trains, but also land use around the station. It's kind of, quite honestly, why it isn't being used as much.
And so could you, like, were you expecting this turnout?
No, I was not expecting as many people as we have. I'm going to do a count on the way back just because it's easier to figure out who's riding because they wanted to ride the train as a train ride versus who wanted to ride it as an everyday commuter on the way back because it's a reverse commute. Quite frankly, not that many get on for the reverse commute.
I guess what's your count right now?
My guess is that we're probably...
It looks like we're far out in the country now.
I don't want to over-underestimate, but I feel like we're somewhere around 75, maybe even 100. I mean, it's so hard to say because I don't know how many are regular commuters.
Yeah, and
But I think we're definitely over 50.
yeah, it's just how this compares to your typical.
Typically, we have, I'd say 20 to 30 people at most of our events. It varies. Some of them are a little less exciting, but I'd say 20 to 30% of our typical strong number of people that come out. So this is easily double that.
I guess could you like describe this experience? Like, what is it like right now?
I think it's both a little overwhelming, but also really fulfilling to see this many people care about transportation. Yeah, everyone loves a good train ride, but it's also like the day after Christmas. A lot of people are like kind of have the day after doing a lot of other things. Either 4-day weekend or working today, and see them walk out and take the train with us and go riding. It's fulfilling. People like trains.
Is there anything else you want to share that I didn't ask about?
Not really. I mean, just monitor our website. I mean, we're planning on having a few more events. We don't have anything officially publicized yet, but I know we're planning. So we're looking at hopefully another transit ride here in February and potentially in the spring. Yeah, no, it's all good.
We have 2 more stations. We have Elk River and Big Lake.
Jeff. JPB. Yep. Hi, Ryan. Yeah. Yeah, nice to meet you. Are you from the Twin Cities? Are you from? Oh, cool. Oh, there you go.
Man, this is quite a ride.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and...
Look at this.
So if this went all the way out to... I mean, I've been on the track down in North Dakota on the Empire. So they're a little rougher than this.
Have you been on the Amtrak?
Yeah, I've been on Amtrak a number of times. About the same. Yeah, it's a little rougher, and it depends a lot on the track that they're, how good BNSF or whoever's keeping it running. Yeah, this is pretty nice, yeah. And they keep this up pretty well because they have so many freight trains too. This is all BNSF here. Yep, Elk River. They used to. Oh, I don't know if they have it. I know that they at least used to up in the center parts of the trains and maybe the upper they have signs. But yeah. Oh yeah, like on the new ventures.
Or on the light rail.
Oh, on the light rail, yeah, that too.
This is the Elk River station.
Yeah. I'm kind of surprised.
And now, after this, will be the last stop, and from there I'll end the live, so that way I get ready for the way back.
I live in St. Paul now, but I'm originally from central Minnesota, Stearns County.
I'm originally from Indiana. Next stop is Big Lake.
Oh, okay.
The last
cool.
stop, Big Lake.
Job down there?
Well, I'm getting out on my own.
That's fair.
And
Yeah.
I'm 36, but yeah.
There you go. Okay. Yeah,
My parents
It
live
is
like
funny.
just in Minneapolis.
and okay.
So,
Okay, cool. Yeah, I know a few of my friends have moved down to the South Metro just for jobs and stuff. And there's a lot of.
Actually work at
Oh, yep. I think I passed by that on the bus before. Yeah, because if you're going to Mystic Lake or whatever, sometimes the bus stops at that Amazon sortation center there.
That's sortation center, fulfillment center.
Oh. Oh.
It's kind of west.
Okay. I'm not sure which one. Yeah.
Another Federal Signal 2001 siren.
Yeah, I know it kind of loops up along the northern part of Shakopee and then shoots basically straight south. It was just an Amazon, whatever that Amazon building is. I have to look at the 495. It's wherever the 495 goes. Okay. Yeah.
Remember what side it was?
I think it's MSD1. I know it's one of the first ones. Yeah. Oh wow, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
it's not. It's
Maybe, yeah. Yeah.
They got like the robots and they're doing the shout to you.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I've never been actually inside the fulfillment center. Yeah, I've seen the videos, but.
It's actually if the shout comes to you,
Yeah. So this is your first time on the Northstar? Yeah. Yeah. I mean, sometimes you need an excuse to try it out. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, it's going away.
Well, look at this town. Quite a town they have
I do
there.
hope they do something with it. I mean, I love to see them find a way to kind of restore it, bring it to St. Cloud, or knock on wood, bring it all the way up to, all the way up to Fargo. I mean, I have family all up basically from Staples all the way to Troy Lakes. I mean, if I could swing up there on a train, I could see a lot more than I do now. Oh wow, yeah. Oh cool. Yeah, that'd be really nice. Because I know I don't know if it goes to Bozeman. I think it stays pretty far north in Montana. Like I know it goes to Montana, but I think it kind of goes like through Glacier and then you go through like I think Rugby's North Dakota, but like Williston and then over to like I cannot remember the names of some of those towns. Like Howard. I don't think Bozeman is further south. Yeah, I don't think it goes down that way. Yeah. It's a drive, yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'd say.
So it looks like on the way back it's going to depart at 4:45.
Eastern North Dakota. Where yeah, I don't know.
Man, I sure hope on the way back we get a table seat so I could get all my things in place and just experience it.
Yeah, I know.
Why is Maple Grove south? Oh, yeah, I know. Yeah, Excelsior. Oh, yeah, it's Excelsior. So you have to cross, to take the train.
About what?
This thing, like, should not be as wide as that. And then you have to cross Excelsior.
Oh. I don't know if I do actually. That's crazy though. Oh wow.
Well, I mean, local bike trail, they could they could have just like not done Excelsior. Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of maybe Excelsior.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. A bit, yeah. Like, I just kind of hope that it, like, fair. Yeah, I think we're getting close. A little bit over here on the left, you'll probably see the maintenance facility.
Oh.
Yeah, the maintenance facility is going to be left just before we can eat. I've heard that there's been discussion of Amtrak on extending the Borealis up here so they can use that maintenance facility. I don't know, like, if it is like idle rumblings or if they're like close to a deal. But
Was that the horn I just heard?
that goes from Chicago to St. Paul, basically duplicating the Empire Builder through their Amtrak service. So, yeah, it goes to
The sound that I know is cool in those trains are the bells. Because the bells they use are the same ones they use on other freight trains.
yeah.
Just the horns vary, I guess. I don't know. Oh look, school buses.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if NDOT decided to spend a little money to do that. You could maybe friendly and no. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, because I mean, if you're from west of the cities, I mean, going all the way to St. Paul is a little annoying.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're now arriving at Big Lake. Please make sure you have all your belongings before you exit the train.
I need a tap.
All right.
So I'm gonna get off for a minute.
So we have 20 minutes.
I would imagine so. I guess they didn't ask, but I would imagine that they're not going to care as long as you pay for the round trip. I mean, I don't think they're too worried about the ridership numbers at this point. That's the only.
All right, guys. I'll end the live once we arrive at Lake Station.
No, they have a cat car up in front, so it can do push-pull service.
Oh, that locomotive there. So they have another locomotive. Well, they don't.
They have a control. They have a cab up front on the other side.
Oh, here's the Northstar maintenance facility.
So
I see it
that way
right
the
there.
Engineer can run it. So
Here's
it
where they
doesn't
work
have
on the
that.
Northstar
So
trains.
They don't have to flip the train. They just the engineer just walks on the other side.
Get out then?
I don't think you don't have to unless you want to. Okay. Or if you use your go-to card, you'll want to tap here so that way you pay for the trip back. But if you bought a round trip in Minneapolis, I mean that's you're paid up. Yeah, it's gonna be the same train.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, it's the same train set going both ways. The engineer just goes to the other side, and they have basically all their controls there. It's powered by this locomotive that's pushing it along rather than pulling it.
Then they have a control booth in that locomotive.
Right. Yeah, they have a control booth in the locomotive, and they have an identical one or a similar one.
that facility, of course, is quite different than the ones on the light rail
I don't remember seeing it.
Yeah.
because they're locomotives.
But then they have the control.
Yeah, well, they have it where it's like, basically they can shut off the front, like the very front of the train, like you know how here there's that like middle part?
Yeah.
Basically they converted that middle part to just like a cab for the engineer to use.
Yeah, like that's up there.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. Yep, so they don't have to turn it. Yeah. Yeah, you'd have to have a loop track or something. Oh, yeah, turntable would work too. Yeah. It really would be, yeah.
So what time does it leave to go back?
4:45.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, we've got about 18 minutes, 17 minutes.
17, all right.
If you want to get off, get some fresh air, see the station here, you certainly can, but it's the same train going back.
I don't think there's really much over here.
It's a pretty standard train platform.
But I wasn't sure.
All right, everyone.
I don't want, and I wouldn't want to.
I will
Yeah, I mean,
be off
there's
the
a
air
gas
right now.
station, I mean, otherwise, loop
Thank you
lanes.
all so much for tuning in on this ride to Big Lake. I will see you guys back here on the way back to Target Field Station.
Yeah, that works. I know that there's a food truck at Modus, otherwise.
I hope you all enjoyed it.
But I need to get off because I need to tap my card.